Boom.
Are we live?
We are. I always want to adjust this after because I don't see it until I go on this screen. But
Well, just what?
the camera.
Um,
The camera. Okay. Let's see here. My uncle's like, oh my gosh, I feel like I just woke up in the back seat of a 1-ton dually farm truck. Wait a second, I did. He's probably been sleeping the entire time he's been on his way back from.
they drove?
Yeah, well, they're only in Tennessee.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forget about that.
Tennessee. Wah, wah, wah. So this is later than we usually do. Oh, this is spilling my usual tea, where we get into the deep ins and outs of all of the smut novels, romance novels that we happen to come across or pick up for some reason. We are going, I guess, finishing our discussion on oh, for the love of Pete. Heat. So hunt the stars. Hunt the stars is what I'm thinking of. Which Jamie did finish, and I did not. And in my defense, I didn't finish it because he told me to DNF it. He's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah.
So instead of spending my time reading it today, I did not. And
talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about it a little bit. Do you want to talk about it first, since you were the one who actually finished it?
You can.
It had just enough like angst in it where I was like, oh, so it's like the dangling the carrot for me. Oh, someone, so it's gonna be a little something. Oh, just kidding. Too slow.
Yeah.
Slow burns. Fuck these things. Hate them. I want a sugar cube in
It's
my
hard
tea.
to talk about without trashing it, or sound like I'm trashing it.
Okay, it's well written.
I'm not trashing it, because
No.
it wasn't a poorly written book. It had good dialogue. It was a well written book. Up to a certain point. At some point, it got bad.
Well, I think at some point it's like it doesn't matter if it's well written or not. If the plot is just not progressing in a timely manner, it's not gonna matter.
She
I still have my shoes on, Jesus.
She spent a long time sharpening the axe. Long time sharpening the axe. And she had a lot of character building. By the time you got to the end of the book, you knew the characters really well.
I made it to 61%.
But like I said before, you could have plugged those characters into any scenario. None of them were exclusively sci-fi. They weren't exclusively military. They weren't exclusively spaceship.
The
hunters.
alien race wasn't exclusively alien.
They were alien elves.
Alien elves.
Alien.
They were very humanoid.
They were space fairies.
Space fairies. They did not have wings.
But and you know, that didn't bother me. I expect that out of smut books. But where I think that I don't want to say she screwed up, but where it kind of went off the rails, I feel like, is she should have stuck with one or the other. As far as like, she should have either made it a sci-fi book or made it a smut book, but she didn't do either one. It wasn't either one. It wasn't. It's like the sci-fi was there. I mean, she went into great detail about all the parts of the ship, the space, and the world, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no adventure. There was no usually space operas like that. They usually have like a kind of a high seas type adventure setting.
They never got once raided by pirates. There was no.
They get raided by pirates.
But I mean, I don't know about the last 40% of this book since I only did read the first 60%.
The thing about it is, like, once you got to the part where they were supposed to like rescue his nephew or whatever, they spent the rest of the time plotting on how. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of planning.
Definitely sounds
and
like a woman
I read
book.
the bio on the author after the fact, and apparently she's a computer programmer.
Yeah.
And so
she like makes video games.
That kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense.
About where
they're very detail oriented. Programs are very detail oriented because it's like the slightest screw up can like screw up everything, right?
Right.
So she made sure that all the little details were in there, but it's like it was very mid. She was just giving you the info. There wasn't ever really, weren't ever really fearing for anybody's life.
Right.
It's like they had a healer on board that, like, anytime anybody get injured, he could just automatically heal them, like a video game.
Right. Yeah. Or a D&D campaign.
Those two obviously had some kind of attraction to each other, but there was no smut. There was no smut. There was like an almost like fade to black sex scene at the end. At the very end. It was in the last chapter.
And that was the thing. I asked, he was like, DNF it. And I was like, well, wait a second. Do they bang? Because I was willing to read the entire book for one good sex scene. But that's all I fucking needed. But no, you're like, don't do it to you. No. Don't do it.
There was like one awkward adult situation between
third
those
base
two.
situation.
Yeah, it was super awkward. And then at the end, it wasn't bad. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was like an epic space odyssey tale or whatever, or an epic sci-fi tale, and they had that kind of a sex scene in it, I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Makes sense. Yeah,
makes sense. They're not trying to like.
But for a romance book, it was just not enough.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not entirely. Did this even fall in the romance genre?
It did. It did fall into a romance. It was listed as a romance genre.
Yeah,
and that was one of the reasons why we decided to start reading it.
Yeah, I wasn't entirely convinced it was even a romance book. It was a sci-fi book.
Loosely.
And as far as sci-fi books go, it was super mid. Super mid. Like you have to have in a sci-fi book. You have to have like your stereotypical build-up, climax,
right?
Big finish, ending.
I just felt like
huge battle.
When I took my creative writing class many moons ago, there we always talk about the climb up to and then in a storyline, and this just kept doing this, but it was like
it didn't even really do that. It kind of hooked you. So it like did a little bump there at the very beginning. It kind of got you hooked, and then it stayed mid, and it was almost on purpose.
It was like
it's almost like she did it on purpose, just so she didn't like destabilize. How often did they talk about feeding the cat?
Oh my gosh! Every chapter they talked about feeding that damn thing.
Yeah, they talked about feeding that fucking cat every chapter. They talked about what they ate every chapter. That chick likes food. That author likes food.
Same, bro. Same.
Because it's like every time somebody got in a fight, somebody was making a baked good. She described every meal they ate in some detail.
So. I DNF'd it. You finished it.
Yeah, the end was kind of lackluster.
Which is hard for me to do. I really don't like to DNF books, especially if I've made it more than halfway. If it's within the first 30% of the book, I'm like, oh, it's not.
Well, what she did is she had this ending that it was pretty mid. There wasn't really ever any threat of anybody dying or anything like that. She acted like there was, but there wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
and it just seemed like a exchange of information through the entire book. She was just like, okay, well, here's what they're doing now.
Like reading a recipe.
Here's what they're doing now. Okay, here's what they're doing now. Now here's what they're going to do. But you're not ever enthralled by it. You're not ever excited by it. You're not ever worried about the characters.
I did feel a lot of the times when I would sit down to read the book, I was like, okay, like eventually something's got it, and it just never did. It never truly got to an escalation point, and
which is really kind of crappy because it was like really good writing all the way through. Like, she was a good writer. She was good at describing things. She's good at describing feelings. She's good at just describing mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like if she would have. It feels like she sat down. She was a good writer who sat down and write a book and didn't have an idea.
Well, I can truly say I probably won't read anything else by her.
Yeah, I won't either. Unless it's like let's say like a 4.8. But I mean, you have to look at it like when did she just wrote that book, didn't she?
I thought it came out.
Well, it's like 23 or 24.
I'm gonna look. I've got Goodreads pulled up for the other thing I'm doing.
If she's been a writer for a while and that's like her 20th book, I'm probably not gonna read it or anything else she's written. And I'm not crapping on her. She's got such potential to write.
Oh, my Goodreads is saying I've read 9 books this year when I haven't because you are connected.
Because I'm stupid.
Because you are connected to my reading challenge. Remove from challenge because I did not read it.
Are you taking up the ones that you DNF?
Yeah. Well, if you don't finish my reading challenge is books I've read in the year. See, like it's saying that I've read this and I have not read this. Remove from my shelf.
I finished it for you.
You did.
Yeah.
It's got a 4.2. It came out
You were just going to be irritated by it.
It came out in 2022.
Oh, okay. Well, she didn't look like she was that old. She's got potential, I think. She just needs to, like...
I thought we looked her up. I thought she was your age.
She might be. I thought that was the last chick. One that wrote Last Minute Truckers.
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah, I don't think she's that old.
The Queen's Gambit.
But I'm not gonna sit there and crap on her. I'm not gonna say she's a bad writer or she'll never write anything good. I just didn't like this one, and I did like it. It was. I'm not gonna sit there and say it was fun to read. It wasn't. It was pretty mid all the way through, but she was very good at exchanging information. I give her that. But was it a smut book? Absolutely freaking not. Was it even Star Trek quality sci-fi? Absolutely not. It just kind of middle of the road, coasting by. It got a C minus. A C minus. If you're grading it.
Well, I mean, so you want to tell them how I got the idea for the next book?
Okay.
Let's get on to the fun part.
There comes the fun part. If you indeed think it's the fun part. I'm going to tell them what like my motivation was for this book. And you can tell them your take on it so far, okay?
Okay.
And I want to look at it from a generational standpoint.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because what we were doing is we were bore-assing around in the Peddler's Mall.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, you know what we ought to do? We ought to go find one of these old Harlequin romance novels that my mom used to read, or still does.
Yeah, she does.
And we should read one of these to see how it stacks up, you know? See how it stacks up compared to today's smut. We kind of assumed that it was going to be a little bit vanilla as far as like the sex scenes go and stuff.
Yes. It was going to be, the language, in my opinion, the language is going to be old.
antiquated language, antiquated
Antiquated.
technology.
Well,
so
yeah.
Just as the one we picked out wasn't fantasy.
Well, and the one we picked out, it was published in 19.
Yeah, here's what we ended up getting. I'm gonna bring it up here. This is the one we ended up grabbing. It cost us $0.25.
Yeah, 27 cents.
For some reason, it's $31 online, but it cost us $0.25. It's called Wife. The reason why we picked it is because it's this thick. We figured if it was horrible, then it wouldn't be very much horrible. It would just be, 188 pages.
Sleepy time tea.
Pop through it.
Yep.
Get it over with and talk about it.
Yep.
Okay, it's called Wife by Contract. It's one of these Harlequin romance novels that they just number.
Mm-hmm.
I think they probably came out with one a month or something like that back in the day, or they might still. I don't know. But this is number 400 in these little bitty thin Harlequin. They're probably like train books or flight books. You just grab one and you read it, and then it's like we're getting like a Reader's Digest. Little smutty smut. And my mom lived off of these. Still does probably. Lived off these things. I probably couldn't even fathom how many. This logo right here, this Harlequin Romance logo. Can you see it?
Oh.
It's a little Harlequin. Jessica pronounces it Harley Quinn. But it's like a little Harlequin, a little Joker here in the corner. And it's like this. That symbol was like ubiquitous in my house. Like everywhere I went, every book I saw, it had one of these Harlequin Romance logos on it. So we grabbed this one. It's a little shorty. And I was like, okay, here's what we do. Is I'll read it. I said I'll read probably the first 10 chapters. And if I can't stomach it, then I won't make you read it. Because she did not want to do this.
Yeah.
She did not want to read this book.
I was like, I can't handle 2 shitty books in a row.
Yeah.
Because I do have a rule when it comes to like Sneaky Wink and Spilling My Usual Tea that I am allowed to DNF one book, and then the next book I have to pick up, I have to finish. And I'm not trying. I promise I'm not trying to like torture myself or anything like that. I just feel like it's easy to get in a habit of reading like so much and be like,
This sucks.
this sucks, and just like continuously throwing some books out.
Yeah. Take the hit, man.
Yeah, sometimes
take
just
the
take
hit.
the hit.
So, like she said, this book was written it was copyrighted. It was last copyrighted. It was probably written in the 70s.
I can probably find out.
But it was last copyrighted in like 1980. Original edition published in 1980, so it says.
No, which is what I said.
And I just kind of wanted to see how smut has evolved over time.
Mm-hmm.
Like what women consider to be erotica back then compared to what they consider it to be now. I know that it's gotten a lot more vulgar over time.
Well, yeah.
But I said, okay, I'm going to read 10 chapters of this, which I'm not even sure it's 10 chapters long. I think I was talking out of my ass when I said that.
I read the first 25 pages, which was...
I don't think it's even 10 chapters long. If I would have read 10 chapters, I'd have finished the book.
Which is the first chapter. Because he was like...
But yeah, here's what happened. I read the first chapter, and I was like, oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Because not only did it was really surreal. Because in a lot of ways, this book was just like smut you'd read now. But in a lot of ways, it absolutely was not. But one thing it seemed to be, is that it was interesting. She kind of came in hot. She didn't beat around the bush. She only had 188 pages.
So here's the thing. I got on, and this is weird. I got on Goodreads, looked up the author, went through the list of the books by the author, found this book.
Yeah.
And it is not this book.
It is not?
If you look up Wife by Contract by Flora Kidd
Uh-huh.
on Goodreads, here is the synopsis.
Okay.
If only she could turn back the clock. Juliet Stone was an acclaimed actress and a very happy bride-to-be, but disaster struck when a strange illness ruined her career and caused her fiancé to desert her. Lonely and desperate, Juliet accepts Dr. Damon Masters' proposal of marriage. It would enable him to take an important job in the Middle East, and at least it would keep her busy. She had no feelings for Damon, or so she thought, until Monique Lamotte... Damon.
Damon or Damien?
D-A-M-O-N. I was probably saying Damien. Beautiful and Brilliant came back into his life, and by then, it was too late. So this isn't the book.
It's not the same book.
But it's the same cover.
Same cover,
even with
same author.
Even with the weird...
Well, I think that they used to do that kind of stuff. They probably still do. Write 2 or 3 different versions of the same book. They probably had the name, and they were like, "Well, we need you to make another book that's really super short." Because all of these books, whenever we went to they had a shelf with these books on it, and I think they didn't have the whole set, but they had about 100 of them, and they were all about this wide.
Mm-hmm.
They probably told them to keep it under 200 pages. And so what they probably did is that was like that may have been a popular title during the time, and Harlequin had rights to it, so they were just like, okay, make another one, or something like that. I'm not really sure. If anybody can enlighten me, knock yourselves out. But I know that they do that a lot. Like you'll run into something that has the same title. You know how like they would like used to sell like abridged versions of books, where you got Moby Dick, but it was only this thick.
Because the unabridged copy.
What were you gonna say?
If you scroll through like the reviews people have left, they then quote that book that we have in our hands.
Oh really?
Yes.
Maybe it's just a misnomer. Maybe they just titled the wrong book.
I think what happened was she wrote another book. A lot of her books were like forced marriage, proximity bullshit, but one of them got misprinted with that cover.
Oh, okay.
And that's why when you look at it online on Amazon, it's $30 because it's a misprint.
It's a misprint, yeah. That might have been what it was.
Anyway,
because this was really cool. It's got little Enter the Harlequin Let Your Imagination Fly sweepstakes. It's got a little sweepstakes entry at the top of it, like a comic book used to have. You enter the sweepstakes, and it enters you to fly out to somewhere. Win a dream vacation on Delta Airlines.
I'm okay.
But it was neat, right? It's a neat little book. It's whatever. It was like a little blast from the past for me. Anyway, I read the first 23 pages.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, baby, if you read these first 23 pages and
I hate it.
And you hate it, then we'll just quit reading it.
We'll pick something else.
Because she did, like she said, she did not want to read another book that she hated again. But this thing, not only it had a lot of. I'll let you talk about it because you're gonna probably look at this from a different perspective than me. Because I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, you did.
So,
yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I did not.
And so. For the last like probably 20 years, I've been like, why is everything so different now than it used to be when I was a kid?
My camera just glitched so bad. It's still glitching.
Should I even bother talking?
I mean, your camera's fine. I wonder if it... Because of the lag, I can't see on the actual... Like, come over here. Come look at what it's doing.
Maybe you need to unplug it, plug it again.
Maybe.
Unplug it from the computer, plug it again.
I don't remember which one it is. Oh, that kind of worked. It stopped.
Okay.
Jesus. Let's put that in water. Whoops. Good thing it's old. So you start out this book, and you're introduced to what seems like a casino, right? Or like a small. If it's a casino, it's a very small casino, but
supposedly
it's a casino.
in London.
Yes.
Might have been a legal casino.
Might have been. Now that I think about it. Anyway, a guy is storming out, and you get presented with your female main character, Terry. That's her name. And you come to find out that Terry's father is in debt with this Greek man.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. 200,000
in the 80s,
pounds.
It would have equated to like
$1 million. Yeah.
$1.5, yeah.
A shit ton of money because he needed help bailing a business out so he could stay afloat. La-di-da-di-da-da. She realizes he dies in a tragic way in a car accident. And so
almost a shady way.
Almost a shady way.
And I'm not sure that we're not going to find out later that
he didn't just have
that guy was involved in it.
So he could have this. So he could get married to her. By contract.
Well, I mean, her fiance also died in a car wreck.
Yeah, but not at the same time.
But he knew her since she was 9.
Gross. I'm sorry. So, which gets me to the one part of these first 25 pages that give me the ick. And it is him talking about how good she looked as a 9-year-old.
No, it wasn't. He wasn't like, I thought you were super sexy when you were 9. It was like, you were pretty when you were 9 when I met you.
Even at that, I just happened to be at that page. I wasn't even looking for it.
Open to that page. Mind you, this all took place in the first 23 pages.
Yeah, this is page 19.
Yeah.
Even at that age, you were beautiful. Your skin like alabaster and your hair like flax.
Yeah.
His direct, openly admiring gaze was having the most devastating effect on her. But I'm just like, we're just gonna bypass the fact that he was admiring. You know what? And again, you were like, day and age, dear. Day and age. Anyway.
She was probably, she was writing in the 80s.
So I did.
She might have been in her 40s at the time.
I did when I let me get to my web pages, because I wanted to have some information about
the author.
I kind of wanted more information, honestly, about the publishing company, but I stumbled upon the author. She was born in 1926 and died in 2008.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in 1980, how old was she? You do the math.
She was in her 50s. Or approaching 50s.
So, I mean, it made sense.
She came from a different time, a different era.
Yeah.
And that just wasn't strange back then. I hate to fucking say it, guys. I hate to say it. But people got married in the fucking 20s and 30s and 40s and even 50s. Women got married when they were 13.
But they're talking about it, and he's like, I knew you when you were 9.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was 21. Yeah. And so then Jamie saw this happen in real time. I immediately grabbed my phone, and I think it's Madison.
Is it?
Nope.
I want to check my pockets.
What?
I want to check my pockets.
Why do I need to check your pockets?
I don't know.
What's in them? Candy?
Go to bed. Go, my little Hellion. Love you.
Love you, sweet.
What are you doing?
You're going to bed. That's what you're doing. Good night.
Good night.
Why is he still awake? Why am I still awake? Anyway, so I then immediately pulled up my phone to do quick math.
Yeah.
Not in my head because
Like their age difference?
their age difference, which is 12 years.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that bad anymore, does it?
Well, and then I'm like...
If she was 9 and he was 21, absolutely, yeah.
But then I'm like, our age difference is...
More than that.
More than that. So I was like, okay, moving on.
Yeah, but yeah, it was kind of...
So,
but there was
wait. Yeah, no, so he has her go to this dinner, and he's like, I know that your dad owed me this much money. I know that you just spent all of your savings at this casino trying to win.
Yeah.
Which was...
He'd been following her for weeks.
Yeah, gross.
He was stalking her for weeks.
Stalking her.
Yeah.
And,
which, you know what? Isn't that weird of a concept for these smut books?
No, it's the idea of... No, that's not. It's
the
totally
whole
not.
stalking thing was really pretty mellow compared to... Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like... It's almost like... What?
Uncle Josh commented what the year difference is on that one. I know. I see it.
Yeah, so... But... It almost seemed like... all the same concepts were there. They were just a little bit rougher around the edges back then than they are now.
Super rough around the edges.
There wasn't a bunch of talk of consent back then. There wasn't like this unspoken rule that the main lead. And you know what? I'm not even convinced up until this point, having read farther into the book, that guy is even the male lead.
You think he's a villain?
I think he might be a villain.
I think
which
he's
would explain
a
lot.
He's on the back cover. His name is on the back cover. He's the male lead.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Well, if that's the case, then it was just like a different time back then.
I get it's a different time.
And we also had another thing about this that I thought was kind of weird. It kind of makes you want to ask some questions. You can't now, the author, because she's not around anymore. But it makes you want to ask some questions of like what was going through these women's heads as they described these male characters. If it was just something that they had just come to accept because they were women in their time frame, that's just how guys acted, or if they were doing it on purpose because that's the kind of guy they wanted this guy to be. I
can't even begin to speculate. Because I have no idea.
Because, like, in movies back, I'm not saying in the 80s, but back in the freaking 40s, 50s, it was no big deal for a dude to, like, just come across a chick's face.
Right. Well, we haven't reached that part yet. Anyway, getting back. So he's like, how about instead of taking control of your mom's house and all these assets that your father had put in the condition of this contract...
He basically extorted her.
Oh, yeah. Super blackmail.
Yeah.
Super blackmail. You can marry me. Oh, it is glitching out on YouTube.
Nice.
Cool. So this will be a deleted video.
Maybe you should, like, reboot your computer once in a while.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Anyway.
But...
Anyway, he's like, just marry me. Again, I've only read the first 25 pages. This is all just the first chapter.
Yeah.
Of this book. And she's all offended and gets all fucking pissed off. And then the fucking... I know he drugged her. There's no way he didn't fucking drug her.
It's like later on, it's in the air. I'm not convinced one way or the other. How
she drinks a glass of wine and then passes out.
The weird thing, I'd like for you to read this book and then kind of decide. Okay, it has to be like 2 parts.
Okay.
Okay, it has to be. I know for a fact that there's parts in this book that probably give you the ick. I know for a fact there are.
It's really hard to give me the ick, but like admiring children obviously is one of them.
I don't think that's what he was doing. He was just saying you're a pretty girl, now you're a pretty one.
I mean, and now that we've talked about that, I see that. I understand that. But
Yeah.
in the moment while reading
Yeah, well,
it...
yeah, the fact that it even got brought up was kind of weird. He's
Like,
oh yeah, I noticed you even back when you were 9. Yeah, I'm like, why, bro?
you were 21. Why would you have even, like...
And that's another thing. She remembered him. I don't know if that came up in the first
No, it
part.
didn't.
Yeah, she remembered who he was, and he had something going on with another chick at the time.
I'm sure he did, because he was 20 fucking 1.
Yeah. And,
Sure, he had a few chicks.
But anyway. But I would like to see, like, the parts about that like, kind of made you uncomfortable.
Okay.
And not parts about that specifically, but
Right,
what
the
parts
book.
of this book, because of the time frame it was written in, what parts make you uncomfortable? What parts make you not want to read the book?
Okay.
And what parts make you uncomfortable but you like it? Because there's a lot of these books.
What tickled your pickle and you didn't realize
a lot
it
of
would?
these books that you read, they have like a safety net. That it's like this unwritten understanding that these male leads aren't going to be willing to do certain things that give girls the ick.
Which, like, the number one thing I can think of at the top of my head is cheat. Like, there are...
Like cheaters?
Cheaters. Like, girls do not want to read about cheaters.
No.
Because...
No, yeah.
Well,
they don't like that. They like undying devotion. But,
okay, I blame them.
But what that does is it really makes for a two-dimensional read. When you're cutting out whole portions of people's personality that is real. People really do. I'm not saying it's cheating specifically, but cheating's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's guys that have done shit that, especially these pieces of shit in these books that you guys are reading. These guys are pieces of shit. But
we'll see.
But they've got,
we'll see how
but,
they were pieces of shit in the 80s.
We will. But the thing about the way I feel about it in these 80s books is that they're pieces of shit that they're having these interactions with, these actual bad boys in these books that they're having these interactions with. They're honest. It's an honest bad boy. He does the kind of shit that a bad boy would actually do. Your guys,
we'll see.
The new ones are not honest bad boys.
I don't even want to consider the term "honest bad boy" until I finish this book.
This book so far, and what I've read, I'm not sure how she's going to end up with this guy, or if she's going to end up with this guy.
I hope she doesn't. I hope she hates him all the way through.
She doesn't hate him. That's the weirdest part about it. She does not hate him.
You can be attracted to somebody and still hate them.
She gets like this.
I think assholes are attractive all the time. Doesn't mean I... That's not what I meant, James.
But I'm just saying that, like, it's really bizarre because if a guy would have treated a woman in books, I'm not going to say in real life because guys treat women like shit all the time.
Yeah.
And they stay with them.
That's so true. Anyway.
But in these books, these new villains don't get to treat these women like this and expect this woman to fall for them still. But this thing seems a little bit more gritty. Like, this guy she doesn't know if he's cheating on her. Doesn't know if he's really gives a crap about her or if he's just like using her for whatever. She doesn't know anything about him. He hasn't told her anything about him. He's very controlling.
Well, yeah, I saw that in the you're gonna go out like that in what you're wearing. I'm like, motherfucker, shut up.
Yeah, but that's not a phrase that I haven't heard uttered in one of these other books. Well, if you dress like that, I can see how you had it coming or whatever. I've seen those guys in those books say things like that.
Oh, I'm gonna hit somebody if I hear that. Anyway.
But that's what I'm saying. But this book doesn't have that safety net, that assumed character personalities that these newer books have that you could just be like, well, this guy's a bad boy, but I know he's not going to kill children. I know he's not going to cheat. I know he's not going to beat women.
I love how
he's
kill
not gonna-
children and cheat are on the same level here.
Huh? I'm just saying it's on the list. It's
I
on the
know.
list.
I know what you're saying.
He doesn't do anything that a woman would consider evil.
Right.
All of that is edited out in these new books, and I don't know if that's going to be like that in this book, but it seems like even already, this male lead in this book, this 188-page book, he has already done things that women would consider a deal breaker.
Okay. So.
And this is a romance novel.
It is, or it's hard. It's
for women by women.
for romance.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it, that Bluey episode? It's romance. Instead of saying romantic, they were saying romance. Sorry, a squirrel moment. I'll have finished this book tomorrow. So
Yeah, I might finish it tonight before I go to bed.
Good Lord, I can't. I gotta get up early.
So I'll have to be at the shop at 10 tomorrow.
Does that mean you're taking them to daycare?
No,
Damn it!
I'll get up and help you. That worked good today.
That did work good today.
Madison even helped.
I know.
The group effort.
It was a group effort.
They got oatmeal. But I just think I think this is like a neat little rabbit hole to go down. I think it's a really interesting thing because you and I are. I mean, I was born in 1977.
Yeah, and I was born in 1994.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's a pretty
for,
distinct age gap between the two
for
of us.
me, I lived through this stuff where this was normal,
Mm-hmm.
and I've lived through what we're doing now, what's normal.
Right.
And it's a culture shock. It's a culture shock to have to live through it. It's bizarre. It's strange.
After talking with some people in your age range, I have come to that realization where there are gaps, where things that occur to me and just seem normal and like everyday
It's
conversations.
like some getting used to for us.
They're just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Like, got it. Sorry. So, obviously, I've been up for a while. We'll give this one a shot, but then I might have to get back to my regular scheduled programming.
I get it, but I would like to do this occasionally.
Yeah, we can do it occasionally.
Especially if it ends up being a good book. If it ends up being a good book, it's a really cheap. Yeah, we can do that. That's a quick read too.
Clutching Cthulhu's.
That chick. Her writing is. We met her. We met her personally, right?
Okay, we did meet her personally. Did you stand up to Papa for those women, the ones who died trying to make your eggs? That is what I just opened this up to read. Woo! Look, here's her business card.
Yeah, but we spoke to her, and she's very intelligent.
I made it to chapter 3.
She's very funny.
Yep.
She's punny. Like some of the stuff that she comes up with is kind of a reach.
Enjoy the swamp is how she signed it.
You have to kind of like you have to dig. Some of the stuff that her humor in that book kind of goes over my head.
Well, this
because I'm not paying attention.
Clutching
to it
Cthulhu's
like
Pearls is definitely not going to be the next book I read. I'm sorry.
Okay, then I'd be.
Because also this week, or I might do it this weekend. I have to do books from a hat for a sneaky week.
I may skip that book that you guys read.
Taming Seraphine.
Yeah, I might skip that one.
You know why? I don't believe you.
There's just too much torture and mutilation and castration and killing, and it's torture porn to me, and I don't like reading that kind of stuff. I might just skip that one.
There was one part that really made me like gag. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's fucking foul.
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't blame you, but we'll get into it during Sneaky Wink. But yeah, we'll read Wife by Contract. and then
My contract.
somehow
I think
decide.
I'm like 90 pages in right now. It's only 188 pages.
Yeah, halfway there. It smells like old book.
Looks like old book.
It does look like old book.
But you know what? You know what really kind of surprised me about it is the readability of it.
Win a trip.
Didn't this kind of surprise you, the readability of it? It almost reads like a period piece now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does read like a
I'm
period.
that old to where like shit from my childhood is a period piece now.
Well, it isn't
It was
technically.
46 years ago.
That's crazy.
It's almost 50 years ago.
Oh shit. Shoot.
Like if I was reading that like when I was a kid, it would have been about like WW2 or something like that.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Wife by Contract. As of right now, we're still scheduled to go live on Saturday to discuss it.
Oh God, I don't know if that's gonna happen, sweetheart.
Why?
Because I'm probably working.
You already said you don't have anything scheduled yet.
I discussed it on a scheduled day. I think. I still talk to you about it. Let's see.
Because it's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I already gave you your gift.
I have to I have to like in tattoos. You have to take like.
I know how it works.
So it's either my
I'll find
back
somebody
hurts
else
really bad
to
or-
woo me on Valentine's Day. It's fine.
All right.
You're unbothered by this.
Let's get a
dude.
backup.
My wife has a
Good.
backup for
Get her a
Valentine's Day.
backup
I wish
for
I did. I
Valentine's.
really don't. I do not have a backup for Valentine's Day. So, okay, well, as like I said, as of right now, we're set to go live. I mean, if something changes, it'll change.
Yeah. I might schedule something and then be back here by 6. If that's the case, then I can just do that.
Yeah.
But I think
I'm
it's gonna be
gonna-
interesting. Right now, I'm a little worried right now because this book is flattened out.
Great.
It's flattened out.
I'm telling you, I need something with a lot of sex in it again next time. Either this one, if this, I mean, I need to be clutching my pearls in this, or else we're gonna have to read something. I'm going to read something like ridiculously crazy.
You're not gonna get anything graphic out of that.
Like I want a book.
Because I think the one.
This one might do it.
The one there's a lot of grab ass in it so far.
I want to open up a book, and then it open to a smut page.
Damn, baby.
That's what I want. I want there to be so much just like ruthless. I don't know. I haven't read anything like that
You're in a mood.
I am in a mood. Well, I mean, think about
everything we've read so far has been kind of vanilla on that front.
let me look at my list for real, because it really has been just like
None of
it's like a dry spell.
None of Jasmine Moss's stuff is real bad. We've been reading a lot of her stuff lately.
Taming Seraphine. Not a lot of smut. Not really.
It was just horrible to read.
It wasn't horrible to read. Like there was some stuff in it. The Serpent's Bride. There's like one sex scene in that one.
That was a slow burn.
Fucking slow burns. Bride of Brutal Hearts did have.
Did I read that?
No, that's the one that you were like, you hated. That's the vampire one.
Oh, I didn't hate it. I was having a hard time getting through it. I may still read that.
So Ensnared was the last book I read, which was January 25th.
Which one was that?
That Ensnared was the post-apocalyptic. Sold her body.
No, it wasn't like a post-apocalyptic. It was
Dystopian.
Yeah.
So, well, no, it was post-apocalyptic.
Like there had been an apocalypse.
There had been like the only way people survive is to form like gangs and to raid other people. There's no government.
That's not post-apocalyptic. That's
There's no government.
It's dystopia.
Is it still dystopian without any government?
Yeah,
I thought dystopian had government.
post-apocalyptic is like they dropped the bomb and this is who's left.
That's
Or
kind of what this was.
They had like a disease outbreak and there's 300 people left of the planet.
That's why she was able to make that deal about.
Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know anything about the book.
Anyway, that one was all smut. But
Was
yeah.
How come there's no balance?
Because I wasn't looking for balance.
I don't understand why none of these have any balance. What was the last book that we read that just had a really good balance? Just a really good balance between smut and story. Really good.
Fucking nothing I've read.
Fourth Ring tried like hell.
It did.
Fourth Ring tried like hell. Especially in like Iron Flame. She gave it a shot in Iron Flame.
Yeah.
She went a little overboard in Onyx Storm. She went overboard.
Which I haven't read. But I'm trying Bad Bishop, which was one I read on my own.
Bad Bishop?
Mm-hmm. I had a kind of a
That's
decent...
the one that you ruined Rachel's Christmas present?
I didn't ruin her Christmas present. It's not my fault. I had already bought and read the book she bought me for Christmas. It's not on me.
And got spray pages. And you got spray pages on it.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I didn't do that. But for me, when I'm looking at my list, it's like pure smut, mafia. I don't remember what the Beautiful Masquerade is.
It sounds like a Beautiful Masquerade. It sounds like vampires.
Oh, the Beautiful Masquerade was another reverse harem. I had a reverse harem moment.
Oh.
Where everything I was reading was reverse harem. Because it's Blissful Masquerade, Bonds of Hercules, Alchemized, Baby and the Late Night Howlers, Pounded in the Patch. Yeah,
baby.
Wickedly Sweet. This is Wickedly Sweet. Ours for Halloween. Scream for Us. Twisted Love. Buttons and Lace. Halfway to the Grave.
You know what I think happened? I think that every once in a while you'll get a hold of one of these. You'll get a hold of one of these 80-page fuckfest books, and it just kind of ruins you for any other book.
Why?
Because it's just they're nothing but smut. You might have 2 or 3 pages of setting the scene before it goes to the. It's a literary porno, and it's hard to find these longer books that are just every once in a great while during the book it drops into a literary porno.
I think the next book I'm gonna read for fun, and I don't have to read this with Sneaky Wink, and I don't have to read this for Spilling Major Tea, but I think it's gonna be Daggermouth, which we've talked about.
Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this thing up.
Okay.
And then I'll probably read that book.
Forged in Blood.
Do you want to talk about that other book, the one with the vampires?
No, we don't have to.
Wasn't that good?
It was alright. It wasn't nothing to write home about.
Oh, let's not worry about that.
I mean, I enjoyed it, and I would read the next one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm eating medicine.
What do you need medicine for? You're eating medicine?
Yeah. I don't want to get sick anymore. That's why I'm eating medicine.
How many did you have?
1.
Stop eating the Tums.
That's not medicine, sweetheart. Don't eat it. It'll
It'll
make your belly hurt.
It is medicine.
It is medicine. Yeah, you're right. It's medicine.
It's make me better.
No, it won't make you better. You need to not eat it.
What?
Where was it?
It was the bottles on the couch. He has eaten it before when he's had really bad acid reflux.
What was in it?
He knows.
I get it now, except he's.
What was in it?
What
was in it?
Chalk.
Chalk.
What's chalk?
It's you going to bed. Why are you awake?
Ooh.
Come here and give me love.
Stop.
Cause I can't sleep.
That is so obvious. No, we're not trying to get the audio to go to red. Go, please. Goodbye.
Good night, sweetheart.
Love you.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
Hey,
I lock the door.
look at me.
What?
Get in bed.
Okay. I'm locking the door.
Go get in bed.
He's locking the bed. He's like, I'll lock the door. That way you guys don't catch me doing stuff. All right, are we ready to wrap it up then?
We're ready to wrap it up.
I'm gonna sit here for the next few minutes and finish this book.
Okay, and I am going to throw my hair up and get in bed because I have to wake up by 4.
It's 11.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
You can get up with the boys and go to work. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Good night.